Next, come to the stage, very funny guy. You guys are gonna love him. He performs all over New York. Give it up for Pete Mutino, everybody! It's good to be here in New York City, because I live in New York City. I actually live in Manhattan. Anyone else making that terrible mistake? Anyone else decide that money sucks? They just want to be stripped of it on a regular basis? It's so ridiculously expensive living here. I'll be short on a rent payment, and I'll look at my bank statement like an adult, and I'll be like, when did I spend $14? Oh, that's right, I got a cup of coffee on the way to work. It was a large. Ridiculous. One good thing about living here is you don't need to own a car. I used to own a car because I lived out in the suburbs and you needed one. I think I'm better off not owning one. Not just because it's safer or less expensive, but I'm the last person on earth who should own an automobile because I know nothing about them. And I feel like if you're going to own a huge, dangerous, expensive piece of equipment, you should at least know something about it. But me, I was like, no, 6 years, let's see how fast I can drive. Just not a good plan. I couldn't even explain to a child the basics of how a car worked. You understand? Like, if I had kids one day and they were like, Daddy, how does a car work? I'd have to look them dead in the face and be like, shut up and eat your cereal! Happy birthday, you know? Me with the car was like someone over the age of 40 with a Facebook account. I'm sure I've got one, but there's no way in hell I'm using it correctly. I'm sure these people are my friends, but they're not my real friends. I'm just kind of like, I'm poking everybody, and everyone gets angry. Weird. My aunt pokes me now. There's no punchline to that, it's just something she does. So that's weird. Car or no car is still really expensive living here, and I'm pretty broke because of it, but it works out because a lot of my friends are broke too because they also live here. But my friends will spend money on stuff that I don't really understand. Like, a lot of my friends are into tattoos. Anyone into that? No? We're on the same page. Clean skin forever, guys. But I don't really understood tattoos because I feel like there's nothing I could get put on my body for the rest of my life and see it in the shower in the morning and be like, well, thank God that's there, you know? There's nothing really there. Some people get really deep with the meaning of their tattoos. I have this one friend who has a big tattoo of a cross on his arm right here. And I asked him, what's that all about? And he said, well, I was raised Catholic and I'm really into my faith. And I thought about it for a second. I was like, that's pretty cool. And then I thought about it for 2 seconds, and I was like, wait, are you afraid you were going to forget it or something? Like, is this dude praying towards Mecca like, oh, Allah, you are great, you are... You! I knew you were the right decision. Dear Jesus. All my friends getting tattoos now are getting them because they think they're going to be cool forever, but nothing's cool forever. Otherwise everyone would have, like, Pogs tattoos, or a big Pikachu across the abs, you know? You don't see that. I mean, they're expensive too. They're expensive and they last forever, you know? Like, no other transaction works like that. Tattoos to me always kind of seem like, hey man, I'll make you bleed, put you in pain for a little bit, scar you for life, $300. And he's like, that's so reasonable. If it looks like a skull, then just sign me up, you know? A lot of my friends argue that it's body art. It's art for your body. But you know, I went to the Louvre, I saw the Mona Lisa, but I don't want a tramp stamped on me. I just don't. For all eternity, it's just... And I was talking about that with a friend of mine who's into tattoos, and he was like, yeah, well, the Mona Lisa, that's weird. Who does that? Like, I wouldn't do that. And I was like, oh yeah, Da Vinci, that guy can suck it. But this dude with the piercing and the bandana, he's onto something, and that something is going on my skin. You know? I just don't really understand it. I'm not too good at dating either, because I'm not very good with money. Like, up till recently, I thought 401k was like a modem speed. It's not, I looked it up. My modem's pretty fast, I guess. But yeah, I'm not very good, like, women have this, like, tendency to get really deep with me or confide some deeper truth when I didn't give any inkling that I was interested in all that crap. Like, I remember one time I was on a date with this girl and she was like, my mom was born dead. And I was like, continue. And it turned out her mom was born stillborn, the doctors were able to revive her, and she's still alive today. So my immediate reaction when I heard this was, I sincerely hope your mom's last words are, not again! And she didn't like this. I just assumed she didn't like, if there's a zombie invasion, whose team is your mama? Because she is undead, you know? Girls don't really like stuff like that. I can't really afford to eat out like that anymore, though. I actually have another job besides stand-up comedy. I know. I couldn't believe it either. I actually work at this Italian restaurant, and I think I only got the job because I have an Italian last name. It's Mutino. And the whole process was done via email to apply. But I think they knew the first day that I wasn't authentic. I'll go on record. I am Italian. I have some significant slivers of the nationality in me, but I'm still not the real thing. I'm like DiGiorno's Pizza. I'm not delivery, but I'm so close. I think they knew the first day, though, because I was carrying this big thing of boxes, and this Italian guy who worked there helped me, and I was like, grazie. And he was like, prego, and I was like, ragu. I think that was a red, white, and green flag. It's the fact that I was not authentic. My ability to speak Italian is a lot like my ability to play guitar. I taught myself both. I'm not very good at both, but like stupid girls think it's attractive, so I say I do it all the time. Really? Yeah. I don't understand girls though. I really don't. Women cry more than men. It's not a bad thing. It's just a thing. But I think when they do cry, say you're in a relationship and your girlfriend starts crying, it kind of brings to the forefront how emotionally retarded men are. Because when a woman starts crying and I'm in the room and I'm involved with that girl, I kind of act like a cat seeing a baby for the first time, who like also is having bowel issues or something. I'm just kind of like... Do I fuck you now? You know, I don't... There's something that got me thinking about how odd women are. I saw this ad for this thing called the Trojan Vibrating Touch the other day. Basically, it's this portable vibrator for women or very adventurous men. Now, portable vibrator, fine, I can accept the idea. The problem was the way it was advertised. Here's the commercial abridged. Two attractive young women sitting in a waiting room. Woman 1 goes, hey, have you heard about the Trojan Vibrating Touch? Woman 2 goes, yeah, sounds great, don't know where to get one. All of a sudden, 100-year-old, 80-year-old grandma lurks up behind them and goes, yeah, got that shit on the internet, use it all the time. End of commercial. End of commercial. Ladies, this is effective advertising for you? That's the difference between our genders. I don't even want to begin to that extent. Call me crazy, you call me old-fashioned. Don't call me old-fashioned, because when I'm getting in the mood, I don't want to envision the elderly. What would the male equivalent of this commercial even be? For like Jergens moisturizer or something? Like some guy's got his laptop out, he's getting ready to go with the Jergens. All of a sudden, Farmer Jergens kicks open the door to the tool shed where he sleeps, makes dead eye contact with the guy's like, hey sonny, you going to masturbate? I'll masturbate too! You're going to masturbate till you die! Now that I think about that, that'd be a pretty fucking awesome commercial.